the Spirit of God, yeah. Just like a tasty banana, an apple or pear, our hearts bear good fruit when the Spirit lives there. I'm talking about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I'm talking about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. To be filled with the Spirit, to walk in the Spirit, to be led by the Spirit of God. We need to be filled with the Spirit, to walk in the Spirit, be led by the Spirit of God. Just like a tasty banana, an apple or pear, our hearts bear good fruit when the Spirit lives there. I'm talking love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Talking about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Say love, say joy, say peace, say patience, say kindness, say goodness, say faithfulness, gentleness and self-control. Gotta have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness and self-control. You gotta have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness and self-control.
Five superheroes, revealing the source of true power and seeking to change the world, one kid at a time.
Which one should I take?
What?
Which ones should I take? He's not looking. Hurry.
Wait. No.
Here, just take these.
Alright, split up. And don't look suspicious.
Thanks. Pack of gum?
Okay.
Here. Thanks. Billy, come on. Got the gum.
I've already got all three of these movies, so Billy, you got them.
I don't want them. Danny, you take them.
Hey, I don't want them. My mom doesn't let me watch those kind of movies.
Then why'd we take them in the first place?
Because we wanted to, but they're yours.
Well, I don't want them. Maybe we should take them back.
They're not mine. You take them back.
Kevin, you took them. Help me take them back.
You want to take them back? Take them back, but you're on your own, man.
Yeah, and don't get caught. Because if you do, we don't know you.
Oh, here he comes. So, how'd it go?
You know. You were watching.
So what do you think you should have done?
I shouldn't have been there with those two guys. Why would you put me in there with them?
This is training, remember? So what went wrong?
Those guys. They were stealing but I didn't want to. But I'm stuck with these DVDs and I don't know what to do.
So what's your next course of action, Billy? Looks like you have a tough choice ahead of you.
Tough choice, nothing. I'm not getting caught with something that I didn't steal.
Wait a second, this is your training. You've got to fix this mess.
But it's not my mess. I didn't steal the...
Sometimes that's life, big man. When you find yourself in situations like this, Even if it's not your fault, you still have a choice to make.
You can choose to run and save yourself. Or you can choose to right the wrong you've witnessed.
I'm thinking I'm fine with running.
That's fine, Billy, but know this. Heroes never run. They look fear in the face and never back down.
But I didn't do anything!
Maybe this will change your mind. Gateway, engage word. Show me the Esther element.
Processing word. Loading. Esther. Element. Engage.
There once lived a young girl named Esther. She lived with her adoptive father Mordecai in the city of Susa, and they were secretly Jews. Now at that time, the Jewish people were under the rule of the Persian king Xerxes, who as it happened, needed a new wife. King Xerxes brought together all the most beautiful girls of the land so they could pick a new wife. And one of these beautiful girls was Esther. These girls went through days and days of beauty treatments, and in time, Esther became favoured by everyone, and she was selected to be queen. Mordecai, Esther's father, would walk around the palace gates hoping to hear from Esther. And on one day, he overheard a plot by two of the king's guards to kill King Xerxes.
Nah, you do it.
Mordecai told Esther what he had heard, and Esther told the king, who dealt with the problem. Even though Mordecai saved the king's life, he never received an award, and the king never knew what he did. And then Mordecai found himself in trouble when a man named Haman rose to power. Haman was second in command to Xerxes and would command all people to bow down to him. But Mordecai wouldn't, as he would only bow down to God. Haman was furious and began plans to kill Mordecai and all the Jews. Haman created a law that all Jews must be killed, even the women and the children. So Mordecai went to Esther and begged her to speak to the king. But she was afraid, for if she visited the king without an invitation, she would be killed. But Esther responded to Mordecai asking everyone to pray for her, and decided she would approach the king even if it meant death. Esther went to Xerxes, and because he loved her, he asked what it is that she wanted to ask him. She said, "If it pleases you, my lord, you and Haman are invited to a dinner I have prepared." Time came for the meal, and at the end of the meal, the king asked Esther again what she wanted. She replied, "Come with Haman tomorrow to another banquet. Then I will answer your question about what I want." That night, the king couldn't sleep and decided to look through his book of records. He then discovered that it was Mordecai that had saved his life and decided to do something great for him. Haman arrived and the king asked him what would be a way of celebrating such a great man. Now, Haman thought the king was talking about himself and suggested that a robe and a horse be provided for this great man to ride on. "Perfect," said the king, and commanded Haman to arrange those things for Mordecai. Haman wasn't pleased. The next day came and it was time for Esther's second dinner feast, and at the end of the meal, King Xerxes yet again asked Esther what it was she wanted. She responded, "If it pleases you, let me live. This is what I ask, and let my people live too, for Haman wishes to kill me and all other Jews." The king was furious and had Haman taken away, removing all his possessions and giving them to Mordecai, giving him the position of second in command.
Ooh, hot.
The king wrote a new law for God's people, and Esther and Mordecai lived their life serving the king.
So?
Either that was the craziest story I've ever heard of.
Or it's one of the greatest stories of courage ever recorded. Oh, and might I remind you, Esther was just a girl.
My fault or not, I guess it looks like I'm the only one who can fix this mess. Go ahead and send me back. I just hope it works out.
I have 2 words for you, Billy. Have courage.
Hey, guys! Listen, I'm gonna take the movies back. You guys sure you don't want to help me take them back?
I've told you 4 times. If you want to take them back, but we don't want anything to do with it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go now.
Whatever, just leave our names out when you get caught.
Hi, listen, I was in here earlier, and, well, these belong to you.
And once you start to get into the live scene,
You stole these?
you want to be with your friends.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but I know I'm in a lot of trouble, and I'm willing to accept that.
Huh. Well, that's funny. Because I was looking at our video camera over there, and I saw some guys looking at these, but it didn't look like you. You didn't steal these, did you?
No, sir.
But you're willing to take the blame for what they did?
I just knew they belonged to you.
Must have taken a lot of courage to stand up to those guys.
I just knew it was wrong.
I think society in general.
I appreciate you taking a stand and bringing these back, even though you didn't steal them. Thanks.
Thanks.
Welcome back. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'm just glad that's over.
Guts Girl is right. For your first courage test, you quickly found the strength to do what was right. It usually takes trainees 3 or 4 times before they do what you just did. Isn't that right, Super Cool?
Way cool, Billy.
Well, thanks for the training. So who's next? Super Cool? It's your turn, right?
Oh, not so fast there. We still got one more round to go.
Oh, man. I was afraid you were gonna say that. Aren't I courageous enough?
Don't worry. If you feel like you've got this courage stuff down, then you'll hit the next one out of the park. See you when you get back, slugger.
Wait a minute. Baseball? I can't play baseball!